We knew our son was having some speech issues, and we contacted the school to get him evaluated through the school, and he did not qualify. And so I decided to see if the hospital could do anything for him because I just really didn't want him to form a habit that was hard to break.
Well, speech therapy looks a little bit different for everybody. So some people need speech for what you would imagine, speaking, being understood, being more confident.
It was really kind of fun to see the increase in his confidence as he was speaking to people because he knew he was more understandable and people could communicate with him better. Norfolk is very fortunate to have a hospital system like Faith Regional here in a community our size.
I had a positive test from my physician, and they told me to go home and hang out, and I did that for about 4 or 5 days and deteriorated. I was kind of over the COVID, but I had repercussions from it. I couldn't even make it one day on my own. But it turned out I had developed a deal called orthostatic hypotension. And I would have this deal where I would stand up and blood pressure would drop and I'd fall. As it relates to my experience with therapists at Faith Regional, it went well. They examined you and then come up with a plan, and that involved first speech therapy because you lose a little of your memory and you lose some of your cognitive skills. And then they had occupational therapy there. They tried to teach you how to shower and get dressed and do that kind of stuff. But the big thing there is physical therapy. Started off with very basic stuff that you thought you could do but you couldn't. And eventually, they pushed you harder, an extra minute on this machine, increase the poundage on this machine, just a little phase up. But the level of care, the expertise, the sense of commitment, they earned my undying admiration, I'll tell you. There's no question in my mind that I'm sitting here today only because of the grace of God and the care that I received at Faith Regional.
I was driving down the highway, and I was driving and I was falling asleep at the wheel. My car was swerving, but it swerved so much that I started rolling the car. And I just kept on rolling until I stopped. I was woken up and I just looked down and I didn't see it there. This really just happened, I lost my leg. At the beginning, I was just doing stuff with my arm and some strengthening stuff with my right leg. When I got my prosthetic, that's when we started walking and balance work and stuff like that. My strength is coming back. I can stand for longer than I used to when I first started, and I can walk for longer.
We went from not being able to even sit on the edge of the bed to getting to a commode to now walking to the bathroom, and now she can get upstairs and live with the family. It's exciting. It's why we do what we do.
When I needed rehabilitation therapy.
When I needed physical therapy.
When our son needed speech therapy,
we had faith.
Our people are special. They're extremely talented, and I'm extremely blessed to work with such a great team. What we need to make this team even better is a space that aligns with their skill set. And right now we're working out of East Campus. It's a long distance from the parking spot to our registration office. And not only once they get to registration, from there back to the therapy space. So by designing a new facility that has close parking, proximity, ground floor, no elevators to worry about, are they working, are they not working, it's really going to be a great benefit to the patients.
So this has been many years in the making. You may or may not be aware, but right now rehab is pretty much the final patient care area over on our East Campus, which was the old Catholic hospital. And part of that journey of merging Faith Regional Health Services together has been to relocate our amazing high-quality clinical services to the West Campus. So what you're seeing here is the beginning phases of that project and of bringing the high-quality care that you've come to know, what you've come to love, over in a facility that wasn't matching on the East Campus what the clinical quality was. And the only thing we can do with the trust that you give us with patient care and others is reinvest it back into our organization, back into our people, back into the health care of our community. And so this is the next phase of that, in reinvesting back into our community to give the highest quality rehab care that we can give.
From a community standpoint, To be able to have a regional therapy center that offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy, where no matter what your injury is, if you want to get back to doing it, we can do it here at Faith. One of the items that we're hoping to come out of this event is a suspended track system. What it is essentially it's a harness that we can put patients in and really push them beyond their comfort levels when maybe a therapist or two is standing beside them and their nerves are high. And when your nerves are high, you really don't relax and let yourself work. So that suspended harness system is going to allow us to push our patients further. It's also going to allow us to be better therapists. Because if I'm a therapist and able to step away and view my patient from a different angle than worrying about hanging on to a gait belt and keeping them upright, I can be a better therapist. So in the end, it's really a win-win for everybody.
So I really want to take this time, most importantly, to thank you. Thank you for supporting Rehab. Thank you for supporting Faith Regional. Thank you for our staff that has endured this journey with us as we continue to look at relocating our organization to the West Campus. And thank you for being part of our Faith family.